My name is Gloria. I live in a very small town near London. I have 2 children and a husband, but I often feel like the most helpless woman in the world. I come from a small village. My parents married me to a man much older than me. They said he was stable. They said he would protect me. They said love would come later. Love never came. My husband, Richard, never looked at me with warmth. He never spoke harshly, but he never spoke kindly either. I cooked his meals. I washed his clothes. I took care of his sick mother for 5 long years. When he lost money in his business, I worked at a grocery store to help him. I stood beside him in every hard time, but he never stood beside me. Sometimes I thought about leaving. But where would I go? My parents are old. I have 2 children. I have no savings of my own. So I stayed. One evening changed everything. Richard came home later than usual. His face looked pale. His hands were shaking. He did not greet the children. He did not ask about dinner. He went straight to the bedroom. I followed him quietly. He opened the bottom drawer of his cupboard. He took out a metal box. Inside it were bundles of cash. He began counting the money very fast. His breathing was heavy. His eyes moved toward the door again and again. I stood at the doorway and asked, "What is happening?" He turned at me with anger. "Mind your own business," he said. I felt small. I stepped back. That night, he did not eat dinner. He did not sleep beside me. He kept walking in and out of the room. After midnight, I heard the front door open. He left the house. He did not say where he was going. He did not return that night. The next morning, I called his office. They said he had not come to work. My stomach felt cold. I opened the drawer. The metal box was still there, but half of the money was gone. Under the box, I found something else. A second phone. It was small and black. It had no name saved, only numbers. There were many messages. One message said, "You promised this week." Another said, "They are losing patience." Another said, "If she finds out, it will be worse." My hands started to shake. Who was she? Was it another woman? Or was it me? 2 days passed. Richard did not return. On the third evening, someone knocked at the door. 2 men stood outside. They wore dark coats. They did not smile. "Is Richard home?" one of them said. "No," I said. They looked at each other. "Tell him we want our money," the other man said quietly. My heart started beating very fast. "What money?" I asked. They ignored my question. "He knows," the first man said. Then they left. I closed the door and locked it. My children were upstairs playing. They did not know anything. That night, I did not sleep. The next morning, I took the second phone and turned it on. It rang almost immediately. I froze. Then I answered. A woman's voice spoke softly. "Richard, where are you? They are asking for you." I did not speak. "Richard," she said again. "This is his wife. I said. There was silence. Then the call ended. My chest felt heavy. So there was a woman. I felt foolish. All these years I believed he was only cold, but he was hiding much more. In the afternoon, I found a folded paper inside his coat pocket. It was an address. It was not far from our town. I asked my sister to watch the children. Then I went there. The address led to a small flat above a shop. I stood outside for a long time. Then I knocked. The door opened. A young woman stood there. She looked tired. She was holding a baby. Her eyes widened when she saw me. "Are you Richard's wife?" she asked. "Yes," I said. She stepped back and let me enter. The flat was small. There were toys on the floor. There were unpaid bills on the table. "How long?" I asked quietly. 3 years, she said. My knees felt weak. "He said he would leave you," she continued. "He said he was saving money for us." The room started spinning. "Saving money?" I asked. She nodded. "But now he owes people," she said. "He borrowed money to invest in something. It failed. They want it back." I left the flat without another word. When I returned home, the same 2 men were waiting outside. "Where is he?" one asked. "I do not know," I replied. They stepped closer. "If he does not pay, someone will suffer," the other man said. That night, Richard returned. He looked tired and dirty. When he saw me, he stopped. "You should not have touched my things," he said. I stared at him. "You lied to me," I replied. He sat down heavily. He said nothing. Silence filled the room. Then there was another knock at the door. The men had returned. Richard's face turned white. He stood up slowly. I looked at him. For years I had served him. For years I had stayed quiet. Not anymore. I walked to the drawer. I took the remaining money. I placed it on the table. "This is all we have," I said. The men counted it. "It is not enough," one said. Richard stepped forward. "Take me," he said quietly. The men looked at him. After a long time, they nodded. They took him away. I did not stop them.